each time I would just want to gain a tiny bit, one pull up, maybe, one five push ups across the workout. And if you do that for 2 years, it's it's a lot.
Welcome back to our Happy Rainmaker Video Series, where point one can make a difference. Today, I'm really glad to be joined by Evan Goodman, who is the founding member of Goodman Corporate Law. Thanks for being with us today, Evan.
Thanks for having me.
You seem to have achieved more balance than the average lawyer. You told me that you even made a commitment to getting some exercise every day. Is that working?
So when I had my first kid, I decided I wanted to be healthy, and I was still in big law for 4 years after that. But I thought, look, I have fallen off of exercise, I've fallen off of other healthy habits, and I don't want to do that. So I committed to what I thought I could make work, which was 30 minutes of exercise every single day. Um, and since my now 6-year-old was 2 months old, I have done that every single day. So 6 years running.
A lot of the viewers are in big law and they feel like they don't have a lot of control over their schedule, and that they're always getting a bunch of emails and assignments and things, and they might want to work out but somehow it's not fitting in. Can you help us understand how even in big law you were managing to fit that in? Were you getting up at 3 in the morning to do it?
I think what made it work was I just made it inflexible, because there's always an excuse. I mean, big law or not, there's always an excuse to not work out. You don't feel good that day. You're too busy with work things. A partner wants you to do this. Like, there's childcare obligations, right? And um, if it's a non-negotiable, if it's a small commitment, 30 minutes is much shorter than ideally, I guess, I would work out. But if it's a small commitment that's non-negotiable, I think you can make it work.
So I'm fascinated by this because I bet right now you're legitimately busy and you have a little more control over your schedule, but you're probably even busier because the buck stops with you. But in Big Law, as an associate, you probably didn't control your own schedule. Most of those clients weren't your clients that you brought in. You weren't the one putting together the staffing and the team. You weren't setting the deadlines. You weren't scheduling the conference calls all the time. So, how did you manage to fit exercise into working around other people's schedules?
Some of the work then was my clients. Not all of it, but at the time I was at council. Um, but yeah, there were always fire drills and other matters coming through. And I would try, when I woke up in the morning, if I didn't have to do something, I would exercise. And my, non walking yet child would watch me exercise. And now we exercise together. We went on a run the other day. She scootered for the 5K and I ran it, which was really fun. And we talked about how good it was to exercise together. But I would just do it as early in the day as possible. And if it didn't work before 11 p.m. or something, I'd just sacrifice sleep, I guess.
That's really admirable because a lot of people who are in Big Law are not getting the amount of sleep they would like to have anyway. So I imagine at 11 o'clock you were pretty tired and probably just wanted to either go to sleep or sit on the couch and watch TV or do something that didn't require any energy. So it is really admirable that you managed to work out anyway. Um, did you have a particular workout you always did, or did you vary it depending on the time of day or the outside weather?
For 2 years straight, I did the schedule of P90X3 on repeat. So it's 90 days plus it's got like a 4 week extension after it. So it's really like, 120 days or something. And I just did it over and over and over again. And I got much fitter, even with only 30 minutes a day. I mean, at the end, I was doing in 30 minutes, I do 172 pull-ups was my record, and like 350 or 400 push-ups in the same 30 minutes. And at the beginning, I was nowhere near that, right? Like not even like in the ballpark. And it was tiny. Each time I would just want to gain a tiny bit, one pull up, maybe, one five push ups across the workout. And if you do that for 2 years, it's a lot. Um, so I don't know. It certainly felt like it paid off.
I think you're right. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about it.
Thank you.